This lecture is about the hydrostatic forces on plane surfaces. Hydrostatic force is the force exerted by the static fluid on any object placed into it. So in the figure, meron tayo ditong arbitrary shaped object submerged in the liquid. Right. So the placement of the arbitrary shaped object is inclined at an angle theta from the horizontal. So if we are asked about the total hydrostatic force, we can compute the hydrostatic force using the following equation. So the first equation is gamma h bar A equal to F, wherein F is the total hydrostatic force. Gamma is the unit weight of the liquid wherein the object is submerged to. H bar is the distance or vertical distance of CG from the liquid surface. So what is CG? So CG is the center of gravity of the area or the cross-section na submerged sa liquid. Yeah, so we have equations for the determination of the center of gravity of any shape. So if halimbawa ang plane natin is rectangle, so the center of gravity is at the center lang. So makukuha mo 'yon by dividing the width into 2 and yung height naman into 2 din, no? And then mag-place ka lang ng vertical and horizontal guideline kung saan mag-meet yung mga guidelines na yun, that will be the placement of the center of gravity. And so tinatawag ding geometric center ang center of gravity no in some cases of the cross section. Yeah. So for this shape, no, this plane, the submerged liquid, the center of gravity is placed here. And so H bar is the distance, vertical distance of CG up to the liquid surface. Yan. Actually, ito yung side view ng plane natin and then nagbigay lang ng plan view kung ano yung magiging cross-section ng plane na submerged sa liquid. Ayan. So, this is the same. Center of gravity din yan. Kunin mo lang yung vertical distance ng point to of the liquid surface, that is your H bar. And then A is the area of the plane. We can also compute the total hydrostatic force using this equation, PCGA, wherein PCG is the unit weight, the pressure at the center of gravity of the plane. And then still, A is the area of the plane. We can also determine the location of the total hydrostatic force. Its location is found at E distance from the center of gravity, wherein we call that point as the center of pressure. Again, the hydrostatic force is located exactly at the center of pressure, wherein it has a distance E from the center of gravity. So E stands for the eccentricity. And we can compute the eccentricity using this equation, Ig over A y bar, wherein Ig is the centroidal moment of inertia. Yeah, from your statics, we have a lot of equations of centroidal moment of inertia for any type of cross-sections. A is the area of the plane, and then y bar, this is the distance of CG from the free surface along the axis of the plane surface. So distance from CG up to the liquid surface, and then the orientation of the plane is very important for y bar. So if the plane, no, if the plane is inclined for an angle theta, your y bar is also inclined at an angle theta. It follows the orientation of the plane. Na distance yan ng center of gravity papunta sa liquid surface. Yan si y bar. But if the case is the plane is acting or placed vertically upright, for example, this would be the orientation, and the h bar and y bar will just be the same. Yeah, that will be the case no for the vertical na mga cross-section. Yan. So, for vertical, your y bar is equal to h bar. But, if inclined yan, no, your y bar should follow the axis or orientation of the plane. And then get the distance of CG up to the liquid surface. Yan. So, take note of that. Okay, so with that, let's solve sample problems. Sample problem number 1. A vertical rectangular plate, 1 meter wide and 3 meter high, is submerged in water with its top edge at the water surface. Find the total hydrostatic force acting on one side of the plate and its location from the bottom. And so again, from the statement of the problem, we have a plate submerged into water. Yan. So the plate has a cross-section of 3 meter in height and width na 1 meter. So this is the 3D view. If we will draw it in 2 dimension, this will be the plan view. Okay. So the liquid surface is located at the top of the submerged na plate, no rectangular plate, and then the height is 3 meters by 1 meter. Yan. So for this plate, let's solve for the hydrostatic force and determine natin yung location niya from the bottom. Okay. So total hydrostatic force is F and we can use the equation gamma H bar A to compute for the total hydrostatic force. Gamma is the unit weight of the liquids or unit weight of water, which is 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. H bar, this is the location of the center of gravity up to the liquid surface. Yan. So, naka-place naman at the top of the plate yung ating liquid surface. So, H bar will just be equal to the half of the height of the rectangular plate, which is 1.5 meters. Yan. Again, H bar is the distance of center of gravity up to the liquid surface. So if that's the case, CG or H bar will just be equal to 1.5 meters, just the half of your rectangular plate height. And then for A is the cross-section of the plate wherein it is equivalent to 3 meters times 1 meter. So substituting, we have 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter times 1.5 meters times 3 meters times 1. Simplifying, hydrostatic force is equivalent to 44.145 kilonewton. Next, let's solve for the location of the hydrostatic force from the bottom of the plate. Yan. So, in our discussion earlier, nabanggit natin na ang hydrostatic force is directly acting on the center of pressure of the plate. Yan. So, the center of pressure is located from the bottom of the center of gravity. Yan. Lagi yan nasa baba ng center of gravity. And we know its vertical distance. Ang distance niyan ay laging E. So, E is the eccentricity. Ayan. So, again, ang tinatanong sa atin is location of the center of pressure or yung force, yung location kung saan tumatama yung hydrostatic force papuntang ilalim ng plate. So, tawagin na lang natin yun na X distance. Yan. Makakuha tayo dito ng relationship na X distance is equal to the total height of the plate minus 1.5 minus the eccentricity. Directly si X na yon. So, si E hindi pa natin alam. So, let's solve for the eccentricity first. So, eccentricity can be calculated using the equation IG over AY bar. So, IG, that is the centroidal moment of inertia for the plate. So, if rectangular ang plate natin, ang centroidal moment of inertia niyan ay BH cube over 12. For area, alam naman natin 3 times 1, no, base times height lang yon. Yung y bar naman, since vertical yung orientation ng plate natin, this will be equivalent to h bar. So, ang h bar natin kanina ay 1.5 meter. Yan. So, let's solve the centroidal moment of inertia first. BH cube over 12. 1 meter ang base. That will be the horizontal or yung nakahigang dimension. H is 3 meters. So, siya yung naka-cube. Yun yung dimension na nakatayo. Ayan. So, 1 meter times 3 meter cube over 12. This is equivalent to 2.25 meter raised to 4. Okay, so let's substitute IG, y bar, and the area for eccentricity. So 2.25 meter raised to 4 over 3 times 1 times 1.5. Unit for the eccentricity would be in meters since we have a meter raised to 4 at the numerator and the meter raised to 3 naman sa baba. So magka-cancel lang yung tatlo. Ayan, eccentricity is equivalent to 0.5 meters. Now, after computing E, pwede na natin makuha si X distance. So, X is equal to 3 minus 1.5 minus E na 0.5. X is equal to 1 meter. And so, again, we computed the hydrostatic forces in the equation gamma H bar A. And then for its location, it is directly acting at the center of pressure wherein it is located at E distance below the center of gravity. Now, the question is location from the bottom. So, we work out some equations para makuha yung distance na yun. Next, let's have sample problem number 2. A vertical triangular surface of height 3.5 meter and horizontal base with 1.5 meter is submerged in oil with its vertex at the liquid surface. Determine the total force F acting on one side and its location from the center of gravity of the gate. Yeah, so now we have an oil, no, as our liquid. And then submerged dito yung triangular na plate wherein ang vertex ay located at the top of the liquid surface. Nasa liquid surface siya. Yan. Ang height niya ay 3.5 meters, yung width naman ay 1.5 meter. So, dalawa ulit ang hinahanap, yung hydrostatic pressure, I mean hydrostatic force F, and location from the center of gravity of the gate. Yan. So, the total hydrostatic force can be computed by the equation gamma H bar A. So, gamma would be the unit weight of the liquid kung saan submerged yung gate. So, submerged ito sa oil. Kapag oil and then hindi, sinabi sa problem, no, na oil yung liquid but hindi nagbigay ng center of gravity, we will use the default SG for oil na 0.8. Yan, no, 0.8. Yan, so, next, H bar. So, H bar location yan ng, or distance, vertical distance, center of gravity up to the liquid surface. So, if triangular yung cross-section natin, 2/3 lang ito ng height. Yan, papunta sa vertex, no, 2/3 ng height. Pero kung pupunta siya sa base, 1/3 ng height yon. Yan. So, for this orientation, vertical distance for H bar, CG to the liquid surface ay 2/3 ng height. Wherein height is 3.5 meters. Area, so area ng triangle, 1/2 base times height. So, let's substitute. Unit weight, 9.81 times 0.8 kilonewton per cubic meter times 2/3 ng height, 3.5 meters. Area, 1/2, 1.5 times 3.5. So, let's simplify. F is equal to 48.069 kilonewton. So, the cubic meter in the unit will be cancelled. Matitira na lang yung kilonewton. Next, let's solve the location of the total hydrostatic force from the center of gravity. Yan. So again, acting yung force F sa CP, and then ang CP ay makikita at E distance below the center of gravity. So hinahanap daw yung location ng hydrostatic force from the center of gravity, meaning it's just E, the eccentricity. So solve natin ang eccentricity. Eccentricity is IG over AY bar. Since vertical naman yung triangular gate natin, Y bar will be equivalent to H bar. And then for the centroidal moment of inertia, ang pag-triangle, ang centroidal moment of inertia natin ay BH cube over 36. Yan, BH cube over 36. So base will be the horizontal dimension, and then yung H naman yung nakatayong dimension natin. Yan. Height of the triangle. So let's substitute. 1.5 times 3.5 cube over 36. This is equal to 1.786 meter raised to 4. Okay. Then let's substitute the equation or the values for IG, A, and Y bar. We have 1.786 divided by 1/2 ng 1.5 times 3.5 times 2/3, 3.5. So E is equal to 0.292 meters. That is our answer for the location of the hydrostatic force to the center of gravity. So the difference of sample problem 1 to sample problem 2 is the cross-section. So we tried other cross-section to compute for the hydrostatic force. Next, we have sample problem number 3. A vertical 10-meter diameter circular gate is submerged half in oil, where the specific gravity is 0.8 and half in water, such that its top edge is flushed with the oil surface. What is the total force acting on the gate? Then determine the distance of the total hydrostatic force from the oil surface. Okay. So, yung circular gate natin na 10 meter ang height is submerged sa dalawang liquid. Actually, equally, no? Separated sila. Bale, this will be the location kung saan yung parang interface, no, ng liquid natin na oil and water. Yan. So, unang tinatanong is the total hydrostatic force. And so, yung plate, again, submerged sa dalawang liquid. So, itong dalawang liquid na to will exert hydrostatic force. Yan, tag-isa sila. May hydrostatic force due to oil and meron namang due to water. So, we have to compute for each. And then, para makuha yung total ay i-add lang natin silang dalawa. Yan. So, to compute for the total hydrostatic force for each liquid, we can use the equation, yung PCG times area. So, try naman natin gumamit ng other equation no, para sa pagkuha ng hydrostatic force. Yan. Due to pressure naman, kunin natin yung pressure up to the center of gravity nung surface na subjected or submerged sa liquid. Ayan. So, kunin muna natin yung sa oil. F oil is equal to pressure at the center of gravity times the area. Ayan. Nilabas natin yung center of gravities ng bawat cross-section na submerged sa magkaibang liquid. So, ito yung CG1, yung center of gravity nung sa oil, CG2 naman yung para sa water. Ayan. So, to get the pressure at the center of gravity, of course, kailangan natin makuha yung distance ng center of gravity papunta sa liquid surface. Half circle ito, yung magiging cross-section kung saan submerge yung oil. Ganun din naman yung sa water. We can solve for the location of the center of gravity up to here. No? Yung parang base to semicircle. equation yon. Ang formula natin ay 4r over 3 pi, wherein r is the radius of the semicircle or no, yung circle natin. Yan. So, r ay 5 meters. Substitute natin. 4 times 5 over 3 pi is equal to 2.122 meters. Yeah, ganun din naman yung nasa baba kasi semicircle lang din to, no? We have 2.122 meters. Yeah, so going back, kailangan natin makuha yung vertical distance ng center of gravity up to the liquid surface kasi yun yung magiging parang vertical height natin for pressure at the center of gravity. So para makuha yan, meron ka namang total height na 5 meters, subtract mo lang sa 4r over 3 pi. That is 2.878 meters. Ayan, kuha na tayo ng pressure at the center of gravity sa oil. We have unit weight ng oil times H. Ayan, H ay distance ng center of gravity papuntang liquid surface. Substitute natin. 9.81 times 0.8 times 2.878. Kaya magiging unit ng pressure natin dito would be kilonewton per square meter or kilopascal. Right? Kasi ito, di ba, naka-kilonewton per cubic meter to, yung pressure. I mean, yung unit weight. Yan. Kilonewton per cubic meter yan. Then, yung height naman ay meter. So, magka-cancel lang yung isang meter. So, magiging squared. So, kilonewton per square meter or kilopascal. Okay? Simplify. We have 22.586 kilopascal. Yeah, pwede na natin substitute for oil. Oil, 22.586 kilopascal. Ano yung area? Area to kung saan submerge yung liquid yung gate natin sa liquid na oil. So, yung half circle, ang area ng half circle ay pi r squared over 2. So, r ay 5 meters. Yan. Then simplify. Total hydrostatic force sa oil ay equivalent sa 886.951 kilonewton. So, paano namin naging kilonewton? Ayan. Ang unit natin ng pressure ay kilonewton per square meter. Tapos, ang unit naman natin ng area ay square meter. Cancel lang yung square meter. Kilonewton ang matitira. Okay. So, check na tayo dito sa hydrostatic force sa oil. Water naman ang kunin natin. Gamitin pa rin natin yung same equation. Pressure at the center of gravity times area. So, we have to compute for the pressure at the center of gravity. Ayan, nandito yon CG2. From the liquid surface pa rin, no? And then multiply sa cross-section kung saan submerged siya sa water. Yeah, so to solve for the pressure at the center of gravity ng gate na submerged sa water, we will be using the equation na summation ng unit weight times height. Bakit? Bakit summation ng unit weight times height? Kasi po, yung liquid natin dito ay more than one na, no? Submerged na sa oil at saka sa water. Yeah, so kaya hindi pwedeng unit weight times height lang na unit weight ng water times kunin mo lang yung vertical distance siya from the liquid surface. So, di ba, from our past lecture, para makuha ka ng pressure at the point kapag more than one na yung liquid natin, summation talaga ng unit weight times height. Okay? So, kunin muna natin yung sa oil. Unit weight ng oil, 9.81 times 0.8 times vertical distance up to here, 5 meters. Yan. Tapos saka naman natin i-add yung sa water. Ayan. Ang height naman nito, ito yung 2.122. So, plus 9.81 times 2.122. And then simplify natin. Center of gravity sa pressure at the center of gravity sa water ay 60.057 kilopascal. Yan. So, substitute na natin dun sa hydrostatic force equation. And then, i-multiply sa area. So, area na submerged sa tubig, yung kalahating bilog sa ibaba. So, pi r squared over 2 ulit. And then, simplify. hydrostatic force of water is equivalent to 2,358.451 kilonewton. Yan. So, nakuha na natin yung hydrostatic forces for each liquid, sa oil and sa water. Again, pareho sila na magko-contribute sa hydrostatic force sa total na nararanasan sa gate. Kaya para makuha yung total, isa-sum up natin. So, F ng oil plus F ng water is equal to 3,254.403 kilonewton. Yan. Next naman, kunin natin yung distance of this hydrostatic force from the oil surface. Yan. So, saan ba natin pwedeng makita itong resultant na hydrostatic force na to? Pwede natin yan makita dito sa may between oil and water o kaya naman sa baba ng water. So, depende siya eh. Pwede naman natin i-assume. Yan, let's assume na dito siya mag-act at somewhere no between the location ng oil and water. Yan. Then, i-stake na lang natin yung distance niya as x distance. Yan. We have to compute for x. Ito yung nawawala. Yan. Paano naman kaya natin makukuha yung x distance na yan, yung location niya from the oil surface? Ang pwede nating maging approach dyan since, di ba, itong force na to will just be equal to the resultant of F. Pwede tayong gumamit ng Barignon's theorem wherein the resultant moment daw no from the Barignon's theorem sa statics is equivalent lang sa moment components ng or component moment ng mga force components nung resultant. Ayan. So, bali, yun, mag-moment tayo sa isang point na alam natin yung magiging distance. So, since at the oil surface na naman yung kinukuha natin, dito na lang tayo mag-moment sa top, no, sa liquid surface. Bali, we have to compute for the total distance ng F oil papunta dito sa liquid surface. Kunin natin yung total niyan. Wherein, kaya naman siya. No? Kaya naman. Meron kang up to CG na 2.878. Bali, yung mga center of pressure sa eccentricity, kailangan natin compute. Ganon din naman dun sa tubig. Kunin din natin yung total distance niyan from CP up to the liquid surface. Okay? So, gawin natin. Yan. So, these forces, force ng oil and force ng water, ay tumatama sa center of pressure no, ng bawat cross-section na subvert sa magkaibang liquid. Yan. So, CP1 sa oil, CP2 naman sa water. Yan. Solve natin yung mga eccentricities. Yun yung kailangan natin idagdag para sa location ng oil and water. So, eccentricity muna sa oil. We can solve the eccentricity using the equation IG over A y bar. IG, that is the centroidal moment of inertia ng cross-section ng submerged oil. Since half circle to, ang centroidal moment of inertia ng half circle ay 0.11 r raised to 4. So, r radius 5 meters. Substitute lang. Area ng half circle, pi r squared over 2, r5. Pi times 5 square over 2. Y bar. Ano yung Y bar? Y bar is distance ng center of gravity papuntang liquid surface. So dito, nakuha na naman natin kanina yon, that is 2.878 meters. Now, center of gravity papuntang top. Yan. Simplify natin. This is equal to 0.608 meters. Eccentricity to ng sa oil no, na liquid. Next naman yung sa water. Same equation, E equal to IG over AY bar. Ano yung IG? So, centroidal moment of inertia ng cross-section ng submerged liquid na water. Half circle lang din yon. So, ang equation natin ng IG ng half circle ay 0.11 R raised to 4. are 5 meters pa din. Next, area. So, area ng submerged liquid, half circle. So, pi r squared over 2, r5. Next, yung y-bar. So, y-bar, distance yon ng center of gravity papuntang liquid surface. And that is your y-bar 2. And kunin natin ng y-bar 2. So, y-bar 2 ay equal lang sa, yan, based sa figure, y-bar 2 equal lang siya sa 5 meters plus 2.112 no, meter. Pero, no, hindi natin pwede gamitin yung 5. Bakit? Kasi yung 5 meter na height ay para kay oil. Ano bang kinukuha natin? Yan, eccentricity nung sa tubig. So, dapat i-convert natin tong 5 meters papuntang water. Yan, kasi oil yan eh. Ano pang another reason? Kasi 'di ba in our past lecture ng mga static fluids, nagbabago-bago yung valued na pressure when it comes to the depth of the point na kinukuha na natin ng pressure. Kaya naman yung height ng liquid na present. Ayan. So, itong 5 meter na distance sa oil, iba yan ang effect, iba ang epekto niyan sa tubig. Pwedeng mas mababa, pwedeng mas mataas. Ayan. So, para makuha yung converted na height, gagamitan natin ng equation, no? Yung derived formula natin. So, bale, pressure due to oil is equivalent to pressure sa tubig. Ayan. So, unit weight ng oil, 9.81 times 0.8. Ang height na i-convert natin ay 5 meters. And alamin natin yung sa equivalent na tubig, kaya na-equate to sa 9.81 times H. Solving for H is equal to 4 meters. May other way para makuha yung y-bar. No, kung ayaw mo naman na gumamit ng equation nito. Pwedeng, since vertical naman yung gate natin, pwede mong gamitin yung hydrostatic force na equation, yung gamma h bar A. Yan, alternate solution to, no? Kasi 'di ba, meron ka ng F ng water, ito yun. Yan, alam mo naman unit weight ng water. Itong H bar hindi natin alam. Yung area ng kung saan submerged yung water, alam natin, no? Pi r squared over 2. So, isa-substitute mo lang. Okay. 2,358.451 equal to 9.81 H bar. Area, pi times 5 square over 2. Yan. So, directly, H bar yan. No? Or Y bar since naka-vertical naman yung gate natin. So, simplifying, H bar or Y bar ay equal sa 6.122 meters. Yan. No, we're in same lang yun. Kasi di ba kung halimbawa yung H mo dito palitan mo ng 4. Di ba 4 plus 2.122, 6.122 din yun. Same dito sa nakuha natin. So may dalawa kang way or approach para makakuha ng Y bar for one or more or more than one, no? More than one na liquid na submerged yung ano mo yung gate or plate. Ayan. So, substitute na natin and then solve for the eccentricity sa water. And eccentricity ay 0.286 meters. Ayan. So, after solving the eccentricities, magkuha na tayo no, ng distance ng resultant or total hydrostatic force up to the oil surface. Ayan. Bali, lakihan lang natin tong figure na to. Mag-zoom in tayo dyan. Ayan. Tapos linawin yung mga locations ng eccentricity or distances ng eccentricity para sa location ng mga forces. Ayan. So, from center of gravity, ito yung center of pressure and distance nila ay 0.608 for oil. Ayan. Ito naman center of gravity sa water. Ito yung center of pressure. Ang distance nila ay 0.286 meters. Yeah, so ang assumption natin, si total hydrostatic force na 3,254.403 ay makikita between oil and water. Ang distance niya from the top ay x distance. Yan, bali magbo-moment tayo doon sa papunta sa oil para malaman tong x distance coming from the Barignon's theorem or concept no sa statics natin. So, i-moment lang natin itong mga ito papunta sa top. So, Fx is equal to moment ng F oil papunta dito sa top. So, F oil times 0.608 plus 2.878 plus yung sa tubig. So, F ng water, total height, 0.286 plus 2.122. So, nandito na yon sa interface ng papuntang oil. Total height papunta sa top ay 5 meters. So, plus 5. Yan. Substitute lang natin F, 3,254.403. Yung oil, 886.951. Water, 2,358.451. So, X lang yung nawawala, distance ng hydrostatic force na total papuntang top or oil surface. So, solving for X is equal to 6.336 meters. Yan. That is our answer. Again, the total hydrostatic force is 3,254.403 kilonewton and it is located 6.3336 meter from the oil surface. So, when considering more than one liquids, we have to consider yung vertical heights or yung pressure na ibinibigay ng other liquids, no? Ayan. So, hindi ka pwede mag-directly kumuha ng hydrostatic force. Nagamit lang yung pressure sa center of gravity times area. Dapat kung may dalawang liquid dyan, i-consider mo no, yung other liquids for the pressure. Magsa-summation ka ng gamma H dapat. Yan. Then, para naman sa pagkuha ng resultant force locations, pwede kang gumamit ng Barignon's theorem. Next, sample problem number 4. The isosceles triangle gate shown in the figure is hinged at A and weighs 1,500 Newton. What is the total hydrostatic force acting on one side of the gate in kilonewton? And determine its vertical distance from point B. Yan. So this time, meron tayong gate na inclined at angle na 50 degrees from the horizontal. Ito yung cross-section niya, triangle, isosceles, no? Ang isang side ay 1 meter, yun yung magsisilbing base niya. So, submerge ito sa oil na 0.83 ang specific gravity and add pa natin, no? Ang kinaibahan niya dun sa mga previous natin na problem, hindi ito directly makikita or submerged sa liquid ng at the top lang. Ayan, meron pang depth na 3.5 meters vertically. Ayan. So, kunin daw natin yung kanyang total hydrostatic force and the distance from point B vertically. Yan. So, kunin muna natin ang hydrostatic force. So, the hydrostatic force for the triangle na gate can be computed using the equation na gamma H bar A. Ano yung gamma? Again, that is the unit weight of the liquid. So, submerge tayo sa oil. The unit weight yan ng oil, 9.81 times 0.83. H bar. So, H bar is the distance ng center of gravity ng gate. Vertical distance ito, no? Center of gravity papuntang liquid surface. Yan. So, wala pa tayo ng height of the triangle na gate but given tayo ng vertical distance niyan, or component niya na vertically, 2 meters. Bale gamitin natin 'tong 2 meters para makuha yung, total height. Pagka kasi nakuha natin yung total height, malo-locate na natin kung nasaan yung center of gravity, and then that center of gravity will be used to solve for the h-bar. Yan. Again, gagamitin natin 'tong 2 meters para makuha yung height ng ating triangular na gate. Yan. Natin yung h. Wherein ito lang din yun eh. Yan. Ito lang din yun. Height, h. Yan. So, kung ito ay 2 meters and then may angle ka dito na 50 degrees, pwede kang gumamit ng sine function para makuha si h. Yan, no? Sine 50 is equal to 2 over h. Yan. So, solving for h is equal to 2 over sine 50 or 2.611 meters. Yan. 2.611 meters. Yan. Pagka nakuha na natin yung h, ilocate na sa center of gravity. So, sa center of gravity ay makikita 2/3 from the base. Yan. So, simplify lang natin. 2/3 times 2.611, that is 0.870 meters. Yan. So, 2.870 meters. Kunin naman natin next yung vertical distance ng center of gravity. So, ito siya, no? Papuntang liquid surface. Yan, gawa tayo ng paraan para makuha yan. Bale, ano lang yun, 3.5 meters plus the vertical component of 0.870. Bale, dito naman tayo niya nakatingin sa maliit na triangle na ito. Yan, ito yung 0.870 meters. And then let's say this is y. So solve lang natin yan si y. Ang inclination niya ay still 50 degrees. So sine function lang ulit. No, sine ng 50 is equal to opposite y over hypotenuse ng 0.870. Yan. So y distance is sorry. 2/3. Y is equal to 2/3 or 0.667 meters. Yan. So, 0.667 meters plus 3.5. This is equivalent to 25 over 6 or simply 4.167 meters. Yan. So, meron na tayong h-bar. Yan. So, h-bar, that is the vertical distance of the center of gravity papuntang liquid surface. So, gumawa tayo ng paraan para makuha siya. Kaya gamit yung mga relationship ng triangles, no, sa figure natin. Yung A naman ay area ng gate. No, area ng triangle, 1/2 base times height. So, yung base ay 1 meter, yung height naman yung 2.611. Yan. Substitute and then simplify. Force F is equal to 44.288 kilonewton. Next, kunin naman natin ang vertical distance ng location, no? Location ito ng force F papuntang point B. Vertical distance. So, si force F ay makikita at E distance from the center of gravity. Yan. Kunin natin ang eccentricity. Equation natin ay IG over AY bar. So, IG, that is the centroidal moment of inertia ng triangle. So, BH cube over 12. And then, A, area ng triangle na 1/2 base times height. Ano naman yung y bar? So, para sa y bar, ang y bar ay distance ng center of gravity papuntang liquid surface, but that should be along the axis of the plane, no? So, imbes na vertical, kailangan ay yung nakaparallel sa kanyang inclination. So, ito si y bar. Yan. Paano natin ngayon kukunin si y bar? Di ba may h bar ka? Yan, si h bar up to cg yan. Yan. May inclination ka naman nito eh. Inclination yan ay 50 degrees pa rin. So, gamit ka lang ng sine function para makuha si y bar. So, sine 50 is equal to opposite na h bar over hypotenuse na y bar. Yan. So, si h bar ay 25/6. Substitute lang natin. And then simplify. Y bar is equivalent to 5.439 meters. Y bar, Y bar. 5.439 meters. Yan. So, may Y bar na tayo. Substitute na natin. IG, BH cube over 36. Ang base, 1. Ang H, 2.611. So, cube over 36. Area, 1/2. 1 times 2.611. Y bar, 5.439. Ayan. Take note ha, kapag ang plane ay naka-inclined, no, naka-incline na, yung Y bar natin should be distance ng center of gravity papuntang liquid surface, and it should be a distance along the axis. Parallel dapat dun sa axis. Pero kung halimbawa, vertical na yung orientation ng plate natin, yung Y bar mo, equal lang siya sa H bar. O, dito kasi naka-incline na. Kaya, gamitin na natin yung mga relationships para makuha si CG to liquid surface ng along the axis of the plate. Yan. Then simplify. Ano ang moment, ang eccentricity? So, eccentricity is 0.07 meters. Yan. So, ang kailangan natin ay location ng force F vertically papuntang point B. So, ito yung pababa na yon. Yan. Let's say that is X distance. Yan. Let's say X daw yun. X. Ilapit ko lang dito. So, X. Paano kaya natin makukuha si X? Pwede natin makuha siguro itong distance ng CP papuntang point B. Tapos, gamit na lang tayo ng right triangles para makuha si X. Sige, so gawa tayo ng paraan para makuha yun. So, para makuha ito, lagyan natin ng variable na lang siya. Let's say, Z, oh. Yan. Let's say Z distance, yan. So, sa Z distance, equal lang naman siya sa total height na 2.611 minus itong 0.87. Yan. Minus CE. So, makukuha mo na si Z. Simplify lang natin. Yun. Kaya, yun ang pinakahawakan yun. Eh, naman, kasi ito yung pinano, yung tawag sa sabi niya, So simplifying this is 1.671. Yeah, 171 meters. Yan. Then, kunin na lang natin yung component ng z vertically. So, gamit ang sine function. Yan. So, bale, we have 2.611 minus 0.87 minus e sine 50. So, bakit naging sine 50? Yan. Kunin lang natin, palakihin lang natin yung triangle dito. Yan. Kunin lang natin to. This is z distance. Ito naman yung 50 degrees. And then, ito yung kinukuha natin na x, yung vertical. Yan. So, that, di ba meron na tayong z? Para makuha si x, sine function lang tayo. No? Sine 50 is equal to opposite x over z. So, z times sine 50 lang. Yan. Then, simplify. Ano si x? X ay equal sa 1.28 meters. And so that would be the approach kapag ka naka-inclined na yung axis natin, no, ng plate. Kailangan na natin gumamit ng mga um, trigonometric equations or relationships sa mga triangle para makakuha ng mga distances. So, ang takeaway natin for this sample problem is for the value of y bar. So, si y bar hindi siya laging equal sa h bar kasi nakadepende yun sa orientation ng plate, no? Pag vertical ang plate or yung gate na submersible liquid, yun ang time na y bar equal sa h bar. Pero kapag ka naka-inclined, so si y bar ay distance ng center of gravity papuntang liquid surface, pero dapat siya ay along the axis of the plate. Yan. So, same pa rin naman yung approach sa pagkuha ng hydrostatic force. And then, para naman sa mga distances, kailangan lang gumamit ng mga relationships na visible doon sa figure natin. Last sample problem. The gate shown in the figure is hinged at A and the rest on the smooth floor at B. The gate is 3 meters square and oil having a specific gravity of 0.82 stands to a height of 1.5 meter above the hinge A. The air above the oil surface is under a pressure of 7 kilopascal. So if the gate weighs 5 kilonewton, determine the vertical force P required to open it. So, para tayo niyang may closed tank kasi may air pressure na binigay eh. So, air pressure na 7 kilopascal and then oil na ang specific gravity ay 0.82. It is provided from the problem. So, from the top of the gate, merong head na 1.5 meters, no? Then, ito yung gate na naka-hinge at point A. So, ito daw ay 3 meters square. So, when we say 3 meters square, hindi yan cross-section na 3 square meter, ha? Iba yon. 3 meter square, it means square yung kanyang cross-section, square ang shape, tapos ang bawat side ay 3 meters. O pwede nating i-draw para ma-visualize. Bali, ganito yung kanyang cross-section, no? 3 meters by 3 meters. Square ang kanyang cross-section. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng 3 meters square. Iba ang 3 meters sa 3 square meter. Yan. Ito yung area na mismo. Kumbaga, no? Pagka ganyan. Sa statement ng problem. Okay. Then, given yung weight ng gate, so may weight daw ito na 5 kilonewtons. So, kung bubuksan daw yung gate na to, mag-a-apply ng force P how much yung force P na kailangan nating i-apply to open this gate. Yan. So, hatak siya pataas. Bali, lalabas nun yung oil kapag nag-open siya. Okay? So, paano ba natin to isosolve, no? Ano yung magiging approach natin? Yan. So, since ang topic natin ay under hydrostatic forces, so wala magagamitin natin yung hydrostatic force concept to solve this force P. Ang tanong lang is paano natin siya gagamitin. Yan. So, meron tayong forces na nag-a-act sa gate bukod sa force P. Andyan din yung weight ng gate. So, ang weight ng gate ay nag-a-act at the center of gravity ng gate. So, let's say, ito yung gitna niya, no? Directly tatama dyan si weight W. Okay? And then, at E distance from the center of gravity, E distance, andito naman si center of pressure, dahil submerge yung gate natin sa oil, meron itong nararanasan na hydrostatic force. Ayan, si force F. So, meron tayo ngayong tatlong forces na acting sa gate. Yung weight, hydrostatic force, and si force. Si hydrostatic force, pwede natin makuha to. Gagamitan lang natin yan ng equation na gamma h bar A, di ba? So, masusolve na yan. Si weight naman, given sa problem. Yan daw ay 5 kilonewton. So, sa kanilang tatlo, ang missing lang ay si force P talaga. No? Yung unknown natin sa problem. Yeah. Tapos, may statement na hinge daw yung connection ng gate at saka ito dito sa point A. So, paano kaya natin magagamit itong hinge na support, no? And yung statement na yan from the problem. Kung maaalala nyo, in our previous na sample problem, yung merong dalawang liquid kung saan submerged yung circular gate. Diba nag-moment tayo nun at the top or gumamit tayo ng Barigmon's theorem. So dito, pwede rin tayong mag-apply ng Barigmon's theorem or simply the summation ng moment papunta sa hinge support. Kasi at hinge A, wala naman tayo ditong moment. No? Pwede kang mag-summation ng moment equal to 0. Tapos paikutin mo yung mga forces na tatlo na yan. Yung weight, force F, and yung force P. Pero dapat makuha mo yung mga perpendicular distance papuntang point A. Well, kaya naman yun kasi ito nga si force F, alam mo yung location yan eh, nasa C and at E distance from the center of gravity. So, given naman yung dimension ng gate eh. So, from CG up to A, 1.5 meters. Yung E dito, i-compute natin. Ayan. Si force P, perpendicular distance, kahit makuha. Ayan, di ba may 45 degrees, so alam mo to 3 meters. So, solve mo lang ng gamit ang cosine para makuha yan. Cosine 45, 3 meters. Ayan. Si weight W, o ganun din, kunin mo yung vertical, yung horizontal na distance niya papuntang A. Bale, 1.5 meters. Tapos cosine 45 din. So, ganun yung magiging approach natin. And wag kalimutan, no, pagdating dito sa hydrostatic na force equation natin, we have to consider the air pressure. Para tayong merong dalawa, no, na fluid, no, dalawang fluid na present, air tsaka oil. Yan. So, let's solve this sample problem. So, una nating ilalagay sa si weight. Nasa center of gravity siya. At 1.5 meter no, from point A. So, si hydrostatic force. So, ito yung dinrawing natin kanina. Ayan. So, i-align lang natin. Ayan. So, let's solve for the hydrostatic force. Ayan. Since two fluid yung present, mas okay na gamitin natin yung pressure at the center of gravity times area na equation for the hydrostatic force. Yan. So, para sa pressure at the center of gravity, we will use summation ng pressure. So, pressure sa air plus pressure due to oil. So, ang pressure due to oil, pwede natin makuha gamit yung equation na unit weight times H. So, yung H ay vertical distance ng center of gravity papunta doon sa kanyang liquid surface. Yan. So, pressure due to air, yun yung 7 kilopascal. Yan. So, confirm lang tayo ng mga distances para sa H. Di ba ito ay 1.5 meters, tapos ang inclination niya ay 45 degree from the horizontal. So if we want to get the vertical distance of center of gravity up to point A, that is equivalent to 1.5 sine ng 45 degrees. No, gamit ka lang ng sine function. Yan. So may overall height na tayo na 1.5 plus 1.5 sine 45. So, input natin. Sa calculator, 1.5 plus 1.5 sine 45 ay 2.561 meters. Yan na yung H natin. Then going back to the equation for the pressure at the center of gravity, we have 7 kilopascal plus unit weight ng oil na 9.81 times 0.82. So, provided yung SG times H na 2.561 meters. Simplifying, pressure at the center of gravity is equivalent to 27.598 kilopascal. And so, lagay na natin sa equation ng pressure and then i-multiply sa area. So, area ito ng area nung gate na submerged sa oil. So, bakit 32? Hindi yan 32, bumaba lang siya. Yan ay 33 squared. Yan. So, yan. 3 squared. Kasi, square yung cross-section natin eh. Yan. So, 3 times 3. Yan, 3 times 3. Yan yung cross-section. So, 27.598 kilopascal times area. Again, square yung cross-section. 3 meters by 3 meters. Yan. So, 3 times 3 square meter. Ang unit ng hydrostatic force natin ay in kilonewton. So, 248.386. Yan. Next, hanapin natin yung mga distances. So, ito, yung location ni force F from the center of gravity. Solve natin yung eccentricity E. Gamit yung formula na IG over A Y bar. Ayan. So, si IG ng rectangle or ng square. So, ang equation lang naman natin yung BH cube over 12. Yan, for centroidal moment of inertia niya. Area, so 3 times 3. Yung Y bar. Yan. So, kanina may approach tayo ng Y bar na yung air, pwede mong i-convert papuntang oil para magkaroon ng parang same amount of pressure tapos magkaibang liquid. Yan, kasi hindi natin pwede makuha hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung height na due to air lang. Kailangan i-convert natin papuntang oil para kay Y bar. O kaya naman, pwede tayong gumamit ng formula from the hydrostatic na forces. So, gamma H bar A. Kaso H bar yung makukuha natin. So, si H bar, kapag ka-inclined yung ating plate, hindi siya equivalent sa Y bar. Well, okay din naman yun na gamitin si H bar. Basta kunin yung kanyang component na parallel or along the axis of the gate. Sige, kung gawin natin F is equal to gamma H bar A para makuha si H bar. Hindi yata mag-work yung mag-convert ng gamma H equal to gamma H dahil Mhm. Wala tayong unit weight ng air eh, tsaka height ng air. Pero let's check nga if, halimbawa, 7 kilopascal to, tapos gamma H. Yung gamma mo na ilalagay is for oil. Ayan. If pareho yung makukuha dito sa H bar. Okay, wait lang. Yeah. 9.81 times 0.82 tapos H. Um, so equivalent height ito nung air papuntang oil. Yan. So height ng air to oil yan, yung H dyan. So solve natin, 7 divided by 9.81 times 0.82. We have 0.870 meter. Then, kung H bar ang gustong makuha, so 0.87 plus yung height ng oil naman na 2.561. We have 3.431 meters. So, i-check natin ito kung saan mo makukuha sa F gamma H bar A. No? So, ang F natin ay 248.386. Gamma, unit weight ng oil, 9.81 times 0.82. And then area, 3 squared. Solving for H bar ay 3.431. O, pareho. So, pwede palang gamitin directly, pressure. Ah, ayan. So, H bar again, ang H bar, vertical distance to, from the center of gravity up to the liquid surface. No, kung halimbawa yung hanggang sa dulo ng air ito eh. Pero di natin alam kung nasaan yung dulo ng air. Ayan. So, ito si H bar. Kailangan si Y bar ay along the axis ng gate. So, kunin natin yung component ng H bar na naka-inclined along the gate. Axis ng gate. Yan. So, pwede tayong gumamit dito ng right triangles. Yan. So, si Viber, parallel lang naman yan dito sa gate natin, no? So, kung ito ay 45 degrees, alternating angles, 45 din itong nasa taas. Yan, no? 45 lang din yan. So, para makuha si Y bar, sign function lang, no? Y bar is equal to H bar sine 45. Yan. H bar over sine 45. So, substituting H bar 3.431, Y bar sine 40, over sine 45. Simplify. Y bar is equal to 4.852 meters. Ayan. So, pwede na natin input sa equation 4, eccentricity. BH cube over 12, 3 times 3 cube over 12, divided by 3 times 3, Y bar 4.852. Yeah, then simplify. Eccentricity is 0.155 meters. Ayan. So, gagamitin natin to again para sa pag-moment natin at A kasi ang moment doon ay 0 para makuha si force P. Ayan. Ito na yung mga nakuha nating values. Prepare na natin yung mga values natin or mga um, components ng distances or ng mga forces for the moment at point A. Ayan. Pwede natin, mayroon tayong choice na yung forces, i-moment ng ganyan na. Ayan. Bale, yung mga distances yung i-convert mo. O kaya naman, pwede rin naman ang maging approach mo ay yung forces mismo, yung i-rotate. Yan, punan ng component na magiging perpendicular dito sa axis ng gate. But at the end, same lang naman yung magiging result nun, no, for the unknown value for P. Okay? So we'll sum up forces at point A, the equal to 0. So, hindi lahat ng forces na mag-moment ay positive. So, meron lang tayo i-consider na direction for positive sense. And then yung opposite doon would be negative na. So, clockwise rotation, papuntang point A ay positive. Yan. So, si force P, iikot ito ng clockwise papuntang A. So, positive yung kanyang moment na ibibigay. Si force F, since ang direction niya is directly papalapit, no? Compression siya papuntang gate. So, ang magiging ikot niya papuntang A naman ay counterclockwise, so negative to. Same goes with the weight W. So, iikot naman ito ng counterclockwise din. So, pareho tong negative. So, force F lang ang positive. Okay. So, bago tayo mag-moment, kunin muna natin yung mga component ng force P and W na perpendicular dito sa axis natin. Yan. So, if perpendicular yung force P dito sa horizontal axis na may given na 45 degrees, ito sa gate, yung natira dito ay 45. Yan. Then kung kukuha tayo ng component ni P na perpendicular ngayon sa axis, ang natitirang angle niya between ay 45 degrees din. Kasi perpendicular din yun. Yan. So, kuha tayo ng component ni P. So, that would be, pwedeng, P sin 45, pwede yung P cosine 45 kasi equal lang naman. Gawin na lang natin P sin 45. Yan. Bale, ito yung ginamit na angle. Yan. Next, si W. And para makuha naman yung component niya na perpendicular dito sa ating axis ng gate. Ito naman yung gagamitin natin na angle. 45 degrees din yan with the gate. Okay. So, para makuha si W na perpendicular, sine function din. So, W sine 45. 45 degrees. Yan, pwede na. Pwede na ba umikot? Pwede na. Kasi may distance naman to 1.5. Okay, meron na. Ito, 3 meters. Yan, take no, 3 meters yung total na height ng gate. Okay, moment na tayo. We have P sine 45 times 3 meters, perpendicular distance, minus yung force F na 248.386 of perpendicular distance niya ay E na 0.155 plus yung sa CG na 1.5 meters. Next, yung weight W na sine 45, ang perpendicular distance papuntang A ay 1.5 meters. May mga component pa na horizontal ito, yung force P, tsaka yung weight W, but wala na silang moment na papuntang A dahil directly yung line of action nila ay tatama sa point A. Kapag gano'n, walang perpendicular distance, walang moment na ibibigay na or ipoproduce. Ayan. So, ang nawawala lang dito is si force P. Let's solve for P. P is equal to 196.235 kilonewton. And that's it for the total hydrostatic force on plane surfaces. So if you have any questions, just message me in my account.